afternoon. Thanks for joining us on a Midday Kentucky at 12:30. I am Amber Freeman.
And I'm Adam Banks, host of the radio program Off the Cuff on WLXU 93.9.
Adam, you're back.
I am back, feeling good today, surprisingly, because I didn't
Did
really
we scare you that much yesterday?
No, not at all. I had a great time yesterday. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm just saying I'm surprisingly feeling well because I didn't really get much sleep last night.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the world of TV.
Yeah. Well, it really wasn't that. I just got lost into the world of YouTube.
Oh, well, that's even worse.
Watching videos. Do you ever do that? Do you ever get trapped in YouTube?
Not in YouTube, because I don't have the attention span of even being in TV. I can't watch videos on the computer, but other stuff, yes.
And it was interesting what I was watching too.
That's what I was going to ask.
It was, did you ever watch back in the 90s the old talk shows like Sally Jesse Raphael,
Oh, yeah.
Montel, Jenny Jones,
Yep.
Jerry Springer?
Any day you took off school, that was exciting, because then you're like, ooh, it's talk show day.
Yeah, and you know, I actually went on one of those talk shows.
No, I did not know this.
I mean, I wasn't a guest. Let me just be clear with that. I was in the audience. It was the Jerry Springer show back in 2007.
Okay.
I was just an audience member, but yeah, I miss TV like that.
Do you? Trash TV?
I do. I miss trash TV. Where else can you go and watch a show where the audience is booing the guests that come out, and then the guests are talking smack to the people in the audience? You don't see TV
And
like that.
Steve. Didn't Steve have his own spin-off show?
Steve did. He sure did.
The fact that your security guard for the audience now has his own talk show.
It speaks volumes. I mean, anything can happen.
Quality.
It's the American dream.
Well, let me ask you. Everybody that watches probably knows I am not a reality TV fan. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you like this stuff?
Okay, do you want me to be real or do you want me to be fake?
Do I ever want anybody to be fake?
I mean, I would be actually lying if I said I didn't watch reality TV. It's probably my guilty pleasure.
So you are a fan.
Yes, I do like reality TV. I think it would be so fascinating to actually have a camera follow me around. I don't know how entertaining that would be, but how funny.
But you'd be okay with that?
I think at first I would be, yeah, because I love that. Look at what the Kardashians have built for themselves. They are almost, and I think one even is, I think they're almost billionaires.
Right.
Yeah, but you got to think, when I was in high school, the Hills, Laguna Beach, all that good stuff was like.
You realize they were scripted, right?
And I still like to believe it's not. I still like to act
I don't want to crush your dreams tonight. I don't want to. I want you to come back. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like to think in my head that it's not scripted.
Okay, so, and it's funny you say that because my nightmare is a camera following me all the time. My nightmare is leaving the studio with the mic still on.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too when they mic'd us up a while ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go to the restroom, but I'm afraid to actually go to the restroom because what they might hear.
Welcome. Try doing like a 4-hour news block. Then you're like, there's going to be a break, and you're like, oh man, did it get turned off?
Exactly, and there was that whole Donald Trump incident. So.
Awkward.
Yeah, you never know what can happen there.
You know what helps though in those awkward moments?
What's that?
Vino. It turns out red wine, it could be a cure for the blues. There's a compound commonly found in red wines that researchers have found to be effective in eliminating signs of depression and anxiety in mice. That's all according to a new study published in a medical journal. So this is real. If it's in a medical journal, it's real.
Yes.
But here's the caveat. A man weighing 197 pounds would have to drink about 445 5-ounce glasses. That's according to a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention statistic. The Mayo Clinic reports red wine has been shown to prevent coronary heart disease, and it is good for upping the good cholesterol. Now we don't have to be depressed. I mean, I'm thinking it helps. One glass helps with depression.
I think this is just an excuse that people are trying to throw at us so we can drink. We're always looking for excuses to drink more alcohol.
Listen, the medical journal said this, Adam, so it's legit.
It's got to be true. I think it's just important, though, and in all seriousness, is we do got to remember that alcohol is an addictive chemical, and we just got to drink in moderation. I don't think maybe one glass would hurt, but according to that study, it says you have to drink an enormous amount to actually relieve that anxiety. So we just got to be careful with the addiction process.
I think 440, I'm glad you're the voice of reason on this, because I'm like, yeah, 445 glasses, let's do it. I think you'd be dead. So that's not going to happen. But what I am seeing is going to happen from this, they're probably going to take away all the fun and take that compound and put it into a pill.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, because there's something about the act of doing really anything. It's like smoking a cigarette. And I think people smoke cigarettes for the act of it sometimes. They just like to,
out of habit?
Yeah, I think if you took the same thing that a cigarette did for you, like in a patch, and you just stuck it on you, people are going to be like, well, that's boring. Just like drinking. People drink for the feeling, but it's almost like they're drinking for the act of it as well. Socially, they get to hold something, and
that's true.
So yeah, if they put it in pill form, it would become boring.
Yeah, it's just not as fun. But let us know what you think about this. Please don't go try a drink 445. Don't even try to drink 4 or 5. I don't know. Take it down a notch.
Yeah, exactly. And you see a lot of people, there has to be something behind anxiety being cured with, or helped even with alcohol, because on planes, people are slamming them down.
That's what I was going to say. If there was a person next to me that was like that, I would buy them a drink, because I don't want that anxiety in my life.
Oh, no, especially not on an airplane. I don't trust people that don't get nervous on airplanes.
Wait, that don't get nervous?
Yeah, that don't. If you are somebody who is relaxed and could be on an airplane and just flip through your magazine, sip your coffee, and not be nervous at all, that's shady to me.
Really?
Yes, like I have to look over and see some nerves. Because I'm so nervous.
All right, we have to go here, because how much do you travel?
I mean, probably not as much as what you have, but I have traveled.
No, I'm not like the expert.
I mean, I've traveled quite a bit. I'd say I fly probably twice a year.
Okay, so I used to probably fly a lot.
Yeah.
In a week.
I was assuming.
And so you do get to where it's just boring. Not boring, but there are those certain times, no matter how many times you fly, I think there's like one time you get on there and you're just not feeling it. And so you might be a little nervous. But other than that, I would be that shady person.
Well, what's really scary is when you do see that person who seems to be relaxed at the beginning and they're sipping their coffee and they're fine. When you see the plane start shaking a little bit, you look at them kinda to judge how they're feeling. And if they look nervous and they've not been nervous the entire flight and all of a sudden they look nervous, I'm like, oh no, now it might be time to get a little bit more nervous.
That is pressure. So you're taking some random person that looked calm with their coffee in the beginning. This is interesting.
Yes. Adam. Oh, I really do. So like, you are calm on airplanes. So if I'm
calm is a relative term, because maybe on the airplane I am, but I mean, I'm kind of a loud speak. No, do you like talking to people on airplanes?
I was going to say, are you a talker?
No.
Okay.
I put earphones in no matter what, if it's on or not.
I'm not a talker, and when I first sit down and we're taking off, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't touch me, because I have to be in my own thoughts.
Oh, this is like a process for you.
I do. It is seriously a process. I have to focus on the plane shaking. I have to focus on the turbulence.
Adam, what did I ask you yesterday? We just met. I said, would you skydive?
Absolutely not.
With me?
I would die a happy man and never get into an airplane and skydive. There's a lot I would do, but skydiving is... See, the thing with heights, the older I get, the more fearful I've become. And even when I get past a certain story in a building, I become a little antsy.
Do you not want to know what the medical journal says will help with that?
What's that?
A glass of red wine.
A lot of it.
All right. There you go. Self-prescribed. Well, coming up, we have Might Be Vegan. They're here with information on how to jumpstart a new vegan lifestyle. But first, Aria is on deck with the latest footwear and apparel to meet all of your equestrian and fashion needs. You're watching Midday Kentucky. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. All right, Ariat International is the leading manufacturer of performance equestrian footwear, apparel, and belts. We have the manager of the Lexington location here to show us all the latest trends. Laura, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Oh, well, you know what? Ariat is just the perfect fit for Lexington, because not only are we the horse capital of the world, a lot of people need this stuff for function, but hello, have we seen the fashion scene?
That's the cool thing about Ariat is we actually started out as an equestrian footwear brand. And our name is inspired by the greatest racehorse of all time, Secretariat. If you cover up the secret, it actually says Ariat. He was a wonderful athlete who was a fierce competitor that loved to run, and it's everything that we as a brand aspire to be.
I never knew that until you said that today, and now it just all makes so much sense. Even growing up in the horse world, you know, like never ever put two and two together.
It's a cool story.
It's one of those moments. Well, you offer a lot of different footwear, not just boots. I mean, you have some, it looks like kind of loafers and moccasins there. It's really, really cool.
Something for every occasion.
It is something for every occasion, every one. We started out, like I said, as an equestrian brand. Most people think Area is synonymous with Western cowboy boots. We're so much more than that. Our men's line, we've got an actual handmade line. It's called the 224 collection, and it's actually in our men's and women's. It's named after Secretariat's run of the Belmont Stakes in 1973 when he ran it in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. So you've got that equestrian kind of link tied back to it.
And the leather's nice. And I can tell you from wearing these boots, just everyday riding, the comfort levels, bar none.
It is. And that's what separates from other brands, is there is athletic shoe technology in our footwear. So you get comfort and technology all combined into one.
Yeah, I should probably trade out these boots for something up here on the table because these boots are so uncomfortable.
I can find someone that can help you out with that.
I was going to say, ding, 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 perfect match. We have a new customer.
Here we are.
Now, Lori, you brought some of the fashion styles with us today. Let's bring in our
Yes.
models.
We have Sarah
Love
here.
these.
So she's our Western chic. She's got our perfect high-rise denim on. She's got our new Starla booties and our Charlie 1 hat. And Mackenzie here, she's our UK college student, and she actually rides on UK's equestrian team. She is in our team, USEF, and she's got her little backpack on. And I love these, the shoes she has on.
Yes.
They're our new navy Fuse.
Oh, those are adorable.
They're adorable.
They're comfortable too.
Oh, okay. I may need those. All right, what are we looking for, like, as far as style in jeans? I see you have kind of the flare, and then you have the skinny leg as well.
We have everything. We've got the flare. We have our actual performance riding. What I have on right now are the skinny jeans.
Which is so
and they've
cute.
got the little accessories down the side.
The little studs down, that's awesome.
They're adorable. There is literally something for everyone
So
at our
don't be
store.
intimidated. Just because you don't ride horses, you can still go to Ariat
Absolutely.
and help you out. Where did we find you? I know you're in the
So
Summit.
we are located in the Summit at Fritz Farm. We're actually right across from Still City Pops. And then you can also find us on Ariat.com. And we will also be at the Kentucky State Barbecue Festival in Danville. We'll have our booth there as well.
Oh,
so
nice. And you're at a lot of the different festivals. A lot
We
of the
do a
different
lot of
horse
events.
shows. You have booths set up.
Yeah.
So easy to find. Go and check it out. I think Adam's going to get some new boots.
Oh yeah, I might actually talk to you before the show's over.
We'll talk.
That's something.
we'll have a talk.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to our models. You look gorgeous.
Thank you guys.
Stay with us. Midday, we'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. All right, we're all looking for ways to try to become more healthy, whether it's through exercise or diet. Vegan is a huge new buzzword, but turns out there's a purpose for it.
Yeah.
Kimberly Barnes is all the way here from Atlanta. You are owner of the program,
Yes.
Might Be Vegan.
For sure,
And you're going
absolutely.
to cook for us today.
Yes.
Well, let's just talk about you and going vegan and veganism,
Wow.
all of it.
Yeah, so I actually decided to become vegan personally because I realized, or I learned rather, that African Americans have the highest rate of diet-related preventable illnesses, and so I knew I could not continue to live without disease without doing something differently,
Sure.
right? And so then I had conversations with people who were already vegan, and I learned just the impact that meat production has on our environment, and I was like, wow.
Oh, mind blown.
Right? So we're talking about impacting the ozone. I mean, it's so much, and I said I need to be the example that I want to see in the world, and so I decided to go vegan from that place.
And you're helping other people out.
Yes.
What's the difference between vegan and vegetarian?
Well, it's about dairy, honestly, because vegans don't eat cheese, they don't have yogurt, they don't have anything that's going to have like a milk base in it, but if you're vegetarian, you can still have cheese. I do miss cheese sometimes. I know some vegans are going to be mad at me for saying that on television, but honestly, I do miss cheese sometimes, so I
We're
like
not
to
judging.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Well,
I
okay,
appreciate it.
it's way easier than we think because it's a
Absolutely,
little daunting.
absolutely.
You're going to show us just how easy
Yeah,
it is.
for
so
sure.
you brought
for sure.
some stuff for us
So
today.
we're gonna make shrooms and grits, and if you've ever had shrimp and grits, then you're gonna love this because it has
Southern.
it's very southern. Are you?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm from the mountains, so I'm very familiar.
So I'm gonna actually start with a little bit of grapeseed oil here, and then I'm gonna add to it some mushrooms that I've diced for us here today.
Just any kind of mushrooms.
Yeah, so I love to use baby bella mushrooms because I love that sort of fragrance that they bring. I'm also going to add some red peppers, so just diced red peppers in here, and then some green onions.
Yum.
Sometimes I'll even add like fresh garlic, but you'll see I'm going to add that in just a minute using the spices. So here I would just stir this up a bit, get this cooking really well. get it cooked down to where the mushrooms start to let out their juice.
Right.
And then I'm going to add some seasonings here. So I've got 4 different types of seasonings. One of them is pepper. Everybody knows pepper. So we put a little bit of that in there. You can do salt if you want to, but I tend to be a little bit salt light and allow some of the other spices to kind of give it flavor.
Yeah.
Then we've got some, absolutely. So then we've got some onion powder. We've got garlic powder. And then my favorite part is going to be Cajun spice. Now you can just pick this up at the grocery store. It just says Cajun on it.
Super
and it's got
easy.
Very easy.
All right, Kimberly, we want to see. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to finish the actual product tomorrow. Is
We
that
are.
the deal? I think we're going to. Are you coming back?
I guess so.
We're going to tape it and show what it actually is because we want to give people the actual entire outlook of what
Okay.
is done and how it's finished.
Okay.